Times out of 10, the bully game's so watered down now. People just be like, "Oh, your dog look good, my dog look good.
Yeah.
Let's smack him."
Right.
Like that's why you get high rears. That's why you get, you know what I'm saying, dogs coming out easty westy, or you know what I'm saying, just crazy dogs. And it's like, dog, you wasn't supposed to mix them two dogs together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to.
Use the third or second sperm for another breeding.
What you mean?
Like you know what I'm saying? How they you know how people be trying to scam and
Trying
stuff
to get over
like
and
that.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like have you seen that?
What if they if I was to send the semen to them?
Yeah. It
And-
uses send the semen, and the first time it didn't take, the second time, then on that third one, the second took, and then they asked for a third one. And
Well,
then they
I
tried to
would
use
know.
this.
I would know if it took or not. Cause for one, every time that you say that your dog didn't take, you have to take your dog to the vet, and the vet has to be a reputable vet, and they have to print out a paper to where we call the vet and ask, hey, such and such brought such and such dog up there. I wanted to confirm that did the pregnancy take or not. You know what I mean? So a lot of people try to pull that scam and shit. Anybody can print paper and all that shit and send it, but you can't print
that phone call.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That phone call. So I call them and be like, yo, did they bring them out there, and you know, was it pregnant? Was the dog pregnant? And this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So that way people can't get over on you.
And you can tell right away. So the vet can tell right away if it took or not. If
After the testing, they'll test the dog and see either blood test or sonogram.
And it'd be like what, a 24-hour.
Nah, they can tell you right then and there.
Right away?
Yeah, if the dog is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a sonogram. You know, sonograms is like people.
Yeah.
You see if the puppies are in there or not. Or you'll see, you know what I'm saying, through blood work, they're spinning down in the blood to tell them if they're pregnant or not. I don't think
What in the case of, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a situation where, like, you know what I'm saying, where I was helping somebody with a breeding and the AI, and like, hey, you was just saying it shot back out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you got a squirmy dog or whatever that like jump out of your lap or whatever and stuff like that? Like,
well, that's the risk that you take if you got a squirmy dog that's running around and shit like that.
yeah,
You know,
that don't want to be held
that's
down.
why I said you gotta lock it in. You know what I'm saying? Lock your dog in. It's not to punish your dog or nothing like that. You definitely want to make sure you rub it on to make sure the dog is okay. But you want to lock him in to keep that end up here while you're doing the AI. I done took my dog to a vet, and the vet
they messed up.
Man, they just put the dog on the table. They don't do no locking in, man. They lift that tail up, put that motherfucker in there, slap him on the ass, and tell him go.
That's because they probably have a little bit better, you know.
They do the same shit,
same thing,
same shit, but they just don't do that technique. Like I was telling people on my social, is that I learned how to do it, man, through Jameson. Jameson take them dogs and he'll lock them in. And he'll keep his finger in there, just kind of keeping that vagina, you know what I'm saying, keep doing their kegels and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so while your finger in there, that's just, it's kind of implicating that the dog is mating with another male who's got his stuff in there. And every time, that's why they squirt so much in them, because the female vagina just constantly doing this on the male's genitalia, you feel me? And it keeps shooting it in there. So while my finger is in there, she keeps squeezing that motherfucker. You feel me? And while she's squeezing my finger, you know what I'm saying, she's squeezing the semen that already done squirted in her down to her ovaries where they need to be going. Like the tube would pretty much go to it, but you know what I'm saying?
But she does the rest pretty much.
She does the rest pretty much.
By squeeze, pulsating and stuff like that.
Yeah, doing her kegels on that. So,
okay.
To answer your question, you just gotta kind of soothe the dog so the dog is not squirming and running around. So when you don't take the dog, you know, if the dog has been in a cage or something like that, you know,
you not right away.
Don't right away. Let him run outside because it's probably want to run around. It's probably tiresome from being in a kennel all day. You know what I mean? Or
so give it some time. You gotta be patient.
At least like an hour or two for the dog to run around and play. You play with the dog. You know what I'm saying? Feed the dog and give it some water. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just play with it till it kind of wear itself down. And then you bring the dog in, and then you know what I'm saying, do your thug. The dog is pretty much too wore down to be doing anything else.
Right,
you know
right. Yeah.
And if you rubbing with that gooch, if the dog is in heat, you rubbing on that gooch
It
part.
kind of probably hurts a little.
Nah, that tail be moving.
Oh, okay.
That tail will get to moving and let you know that it's ready. Boom, it moves. It's moving its tail out the way. Her tail out the way. You rub it on there. That's kind of, she won't run then. You know what I'm saying? Because she's kind of thinking like, I'm about to get to breathe. So,
right.
you know what I mean? If she's ready, she going to back that thing up on the dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's going to put it on him because she wants to breathe just as bad as the male wants to breathe. You know
Right. Yeah.
So, just basically just kind of soothe your dog. Let your dog run around. Tire your dog out first before you get to doing it. You know what I'm saying? AI, if you have a squirmy dog or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kid, man. I've been doing that shit for a little minute, man. I remember I had one who was squirmy like that. Fendi. My first time doing a AI on Fendi. Man, she was sitting up in there. She was, you know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't let you hold her down for
I'm
nothing.
like, come here. And she's so little, so it's hard for me to kind of,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, hold on. So I pretty much have to have her in the,
right.
you know what I'm saying? And have my girl over there kind of rubbing on her head, kind of soothing her and shit, you know? And I was just kind of stepped in there, did the little, for like 20, 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she took on that litter. That litter didn't last. That litter ended up dying because I went to a vet out in Trenton.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
And they stuck her like hella time. He stuck her with some sedative stuff, and then the chick came in there and stuck her with some sedative stuff. So I'm like, damn, y'all like overdrugged.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And the puppies came out kind of.
I'm about to say, don't that affect the dogs?
The puppies, yeah. So because anything that she take, you know what I'm saying, the
puppies
gonna
take.
But the puppies came out kind of like. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And they just kind of like sucked the mouth out, put them in there, sucked the mouth out, put them in. Then it was like, all right, we're done. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm racing on the highway trying to get them home. Like one died in the box by the time I got home. Another one died. And then when I got him in the, got him to the incubator and shit like that, like, bro, they did not lie.
And there's no, like compensation or no,
I could have sued him. I probably could have sued him. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for what, negligence or something like
that? Negligence, man, I probably could have sued him for distress, man, I could have sued him for,
you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially because how they
a few other different things, man, I probably could have sued him for that. But I said, man, that's my mistake. I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? I was going cheap. They only charge $400 for a C-section. Right now, I'm paying $1,100 for a C-section.
And then I remember you was telling me it was kind of late at night, and they're one of the only ones that was 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah, nah, that was a different one. This one was, I left early in the morning because it's a pretty far drive to Trenton, Missouri.
Yeah, I know.
2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like 2 hours.
Damn, 2 hours? I thought it was like an hour or something.
No, it's like 2 hours. If not an hour and some change.
Oh, okay.
And then you know, foreign places and shit like that. I don't want to hit places. I want to be sliding and driving off fast and shit. You know,
yeah, that too.
Running into the police and all that extra shit. Get my reason to fuck with me. So
yeah,
I just was like, fuck that. You know, I went in the morning, drove the speed limit. You know, got there and shit. They was doing their thing, and it was on a Saturday too. And they only opened for me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So it was on a Saturday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of think they didn't really want to, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. They didn't take as much care. Yeah. It was kind of like a rushed process.
A rushed job. Let's get this money real quick and go back home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I guess they wasn't realizing where I was.
So you reserved, you called and reserved ahead of time.
Yeah. Well, I kind of told them a couple of days, like, hey, I think she's like ready to have her puppies now. Like she's paying, like she's ready to have her puppies.
So natural birth isn't such a good idea.
Natural birth is cool, but you get some that they get stuck. I've had dogs on a natural birth, they got stuck, and I've had a dog. You know, the mom, she's trying to pull them out of. They get stuck, and she pulled their feet off.
Too hard.
Yeah, she pulled the feet off of them.
What?
You know what that's another reason why I go get C-section.
Yeah.
But that only happens when you got like a big wide dog.
Bigger dog.
You're trying to mate them with, you know what I'm saying, a dog. I mean, like, you got both of them is the same.
Standard.
Both of them is the same, like micros or something like that. You always want to do some a C-section with a micro in most pockets. Not all of them, but if you got a heavy pocket and then you just have like a regular pocket female, you know that
you could probably get away with that.
Nah, you're gonna have to get that because the male is heavy, so the male is gonna,
So,
you know what I'm saying, have
make the
them pups
dogs, yeah.
heavy as well. So she trying to push them out of her little frame. She's a micro, but her frame is small. You know what I'm
Small.
saying? Not as extreme as his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She trying to push him out, and she can't push him out. And she'll try to grab him, you know, pull him out, because she in pain now, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to pull these big-ass dogs out of her vagina that's just splitting her canal open, you know what I mean?
Right,
And
yeah.
she trying to pull him out, and I had a dog who just
And
pulled
that's
the feet
another
out.
thing that probably should be talked about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen a case of like, you know, an oversized dog, you know, breeding with maybe a micro, and then
Yeah.
you know it probably has birth defects, or the
Yeah,
puppies
yeah.
don't probably.
Well, you want to stay within the same class range.
Class.
Like if you have an XL, you don't want to take an XL to a micro.
Yeah,
You don't even
that's
want to take an XL to a standard.
standard.
You know what I'm saying? You want to leave XLs with XL, standard with standard, classic with classic, pocket with
Yeah.
pocket. You can mix an extreme pocket with a regular pocket female. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you get more of your extremes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You just made them with a regular pocket. But I would say leave a pocket with pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And leave a micro with a micro. And just like the pocket and extreme, you know what I'm saying? You got the micro, and then you got the exotic micro.
Right.
You can bang them together. That's the litter I did with Fendi. Fendi is a micro, but the stud I took it to was an exotic
Yeah.
an exotic micro. So you know what I'm saying, that meshed together.
They were
you know
kind
what I'm
of around
saying?
the same class, size, and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
the
so
same
size does matter.
But he was just kind of wider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's exotic. His head is kind of fatter, muzzle is shorter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's more the exotic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And Fendi, she's a micro. You know what I'm saying? Clean teeth. You know what I'm saying? She's not like real wide, but she's not skinny either. You know what I'm saying? She's
Right.
like the standard micro. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So there is no like guarantee with the you know what I'm saying, like how we were saying, there is no guarantee with the AI with the it going to the vet, you know, and there's no
Nah, just because you took it to the vet don't mean it's going to be a guarantee.
and they don't secure that idea.
Nah, if the dog don't take it, it's not the vet is not liable for it. That's what you're saying. The vet isn't liable for it. They like, well, just try again next time. You know what I'm saying? Try again next time.
So
That's
just
why
money
it's
lost in that case.
That's why it's important to do them progesterone tests. Because progesterone tests, especially if you go to that same vet. Not every vet does progesterone tests. Not every vet is going to help you with your AI. Not every vet is going to want to deal with an American bully.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
They probably are particular with
They
certain
are.
breeds.
They do not. A lot of vets don't want you breeding American bullies. They kind of still thinking that American bullies are their own breed, but they're thinking like they are pit bulls.
Pit bull,
like they're
or
different
bull
from
terrier.
fighting pit bull or the working
Right.
pit bulls and shit like that. Like these dogs, and people are starting to see how much more loving these dogs are, how
Yeah.
much more
As time goes
smart
on, yeah.
these dogs are. Like these dogs is pretty much
they're all-
humans in a dog form.
And
You
they're
know what I
all
mean? They
race,
got feelings.
one
I've seen these dogs have feelings. I've seen pit bulls, German shepherds, all them other dogs bred with no feeling, no
Yeah.
feelings. Like
Yeah,
you
no, I
can
have.
literally,
Rottweilers,
yeah,
I've seen them, boy.
you can literally hurt an American bully's feelings.
Yeah.
They feelings will be hurt. Like, bro, this fucking dog got feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like legit.
No,
You know what I
see it.
mean?
You
Like,
can see
yeah,
it.
it's crazy. Oh yeah, I see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I want to try to treat them with a lot of love. Cause you treat them with a lot of love, they're gonna treat you with a lot of love. Hell, even if you, that's why dogs is. I love dogs. You know, you're about to whoop a dog, and a dog
And
is
they'll
still
change your
gonna.
mind.
Not only that, you know, especially when they look up with them little puppy dog
Right,
eyes.
you see 'em
But
when
you
they
can whoop
hide.
their ass about something, you know, roll up some newspaper, whoop their ass about something, and after you whoop their ass, you know, somebody try to come and try to attack you, they're gonna be on them.
They'll be
Boom, boom, boom.
right
Like,
away,
hold on,
yeah.
get off of my mouse. You know what I'm saying? Get off of my dad, you know, or mom or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I try to treat my dogs with a lot of love. That's why everybody be like, man, your
Because it's
dogs.
always reciprocated.
Your
Yeah.
dogs, they listen to you. Like, they be having interviews, like, people with a lot of dogs, and they dogs, and they be, come here, and they dogs don't listen. I call my dog, come here. My dog, come here. You know what I'm saying? I hit them with that. Right now, every dog just got up and looked at me.
Right.
You feel me? They like, hold on. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
going on?
Yeah,
Right.
what's going on? What you need, Pop? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I treat them with love, and then you also have to have that dominance in there. If you don't have dominance in your kennel, your dogs is definitely going to run over you. They're going to pick dominance. They're going to pick the dominant one for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not the dominant one in the pack, they're going to pick who's the dominant one in the pack, and you're not going to be able to run that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The dog's going to look at you like, boy, I wish you would. I'll bite the shit out you.
Yeah.
Come over here, because that's their defense. Is to bite.
It's to
you know
bite.
what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And then this hard headed is because you A, you didn't train them, and B, you don't have any dominance in your yard. When you're dealing with more than one dog, you definitely need to have established some type of dominance.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about going to go beat them up, slam them
Right.
in the head and shit
They
like
don't
that.
understand that.
Yeah, I'm
language
just kind of
is
just being stern. Hey, get your ass over here. Hey, you ain't got to cuss. It's like, hey, get over here. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do the clapping thing, because their ears are like sonic booms. That's why they can hear it so far away, you know? It's like sonic booms. You clap by their ears, and they like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily have to whoop your dogs. It's just kind of clap by their ears. You could train them like that. You could train them. You can train them with the obedience and all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? They're obedient already. You know.
Yeah.
Well, they're
For the most part, you have to train them to be obedient. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can get an American bully and not train an American bully. You know, with me saying that they're smart and stuff like that. But if you don't train them, they be just like any other wild dog.
Right. And then they're
just
forced
running
to
wild.
learn on their own.
They're forced to learn on their own.
Yeah. And their ways and always.
That's why you always got to make sure you take your puppies and put them around the adult dogs. The adult dogs is going to show them, like, look, you know what I'm saying? This is the way we need to act around the person who feed us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Around our dad, you know what I'm saying? Our mom or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call yourself, master, whatever you call yourself, you know? You want to definitely make sure that the puppies see what the other dogs do, because if not, they're not going to learn off them, and then, like you say, they're going to just do what they want to do, basically. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to have my puppies around the older dogs, so they can learn. They can learn off of the other dog what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? What pissed me off and what wouldn't piss me off. Shitting in the kennel. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Chewing up my rugs or chewing up my chairs. Chewing up pictures and shit like that. Chargers. Wow. Chew up your damn phone charger like a motherfucker. Yeah, man, I love the American Bully, man. Since I started breeding them bad boys back in 2015, I said, bruh, I went from Gotti Pit Bulls to messing with these. Them Gotti Pit Bulls, I think them Gotti Pit Bulls was on the borderline of being like an American Bully.
Right.
Because they were, the ones that I had, remember the blue ones I had?
Yeah, I remember.
They were big. You know what I'm saying? Chest wide, you know what I'm saying? Big old fat head. They bigger and look way better than the average American Bully. I mean, the average pit bull. And I'm like, man. And then once I seen the American Bully, I seen Dax. Dax was my first American Bully that I seen. And then I seen, because Lucky Luciano was Dax's son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen Lucky Luciano, and I was like, man, what the fuck? I said, bro, I need that in my yard. That's what I'm trying to get to Dax. That Dax status, when they short, big head, big shoulders to match, and just, you know what I'm saying, just a looker. That's what I want to breed in my yard, and that's been my vision ever since I turned to American Bullies. Is that Dax? You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got Dax. He's the pocket or extreme pocket. You know what I'm saying? You see, I have pockets, extreme pocket, and the standard. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my standards like Lucky Luciano. Lucky Luciano was a standard.
Yeah, he was standard.
Yeah, that's Donatella's dad.
Granddad.
Or her granddad. Yeah, cause say hello to my little friend.
GRCH.
Nah, that's a grand champion. That's just abbreviation for grand champion. Okay. It's say hello to my little friend, which he is a champion. You know what I'm saying? Grand champion. Okay. So say hello to my little friend, which is Lucky Luciano's son. You know what I'm saying? Donatella is Lucky Luciano's granddaughter, and she came out looking exactly like him. That's why she's not gonna breed no more, but I have Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Hustle her son, but I want to try to breed them standards like Lucky Luciano with that size, with that chest out, that nice head. You know what I'm saying? And just a nice form all the way around. That's my vision for my standards. You know what I'm saying? In my micros, man, Miyagi,
Yeah.
Grand Champion Miyagi. That is my vision for my micros, and he's an exotic micro.
Yeah.
But I want the more cleaner look of him. I like them Chinese looking eyes and Japanese looking eyes. I like the head on him, that body, but that I like his muzzle is short, but I want that muzzle not to be too short, but not too long, just like in the middle of a short and a long muzzle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Kind of like Mr. Big's muzzle. His muzzle ain't big, his muzzle
Yeah,
ain't short.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His muzzle is just right. Only thing with that, when you get muzzles like that, you get the over and under bites. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of my dogs except Mr. Biggs have a correct bite. Like they bites go down like this is how the bites are supposed to go down in them joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they teeth locks in
Right.
like that, you know. And only one that don't have that, he has an underbite is Mr. Biggs.
Mr.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
underbites.
yeah. His bottom come out.
Them underbites come from the English bulldogs, you know,
Bulldog.
all English bulldogs right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what he get that from.
Yeah,
that
and
English
they have a
bulldog.
little bullies have a little bit of that in them, right? That bulldog.
English bulldog, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they
Is it
started from. That's
English
how they
or
get
is it
them.
American?
That's how they get them small. When it's micros, it's English. When it's a little
Standard.
taller, when it's
Yeah,
a little taller,
that's
that's
American
when,
bulldog,
that's the
huh?
American bulldog. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's been so long, over
Yeah.
20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? If not longer than that, all that's been bred. Oh, excuse me.
Bred pass, huh?
All that's been bred out. Golly.
Yeah.
All that's been bred out of their blood. So that's when the American Bully established as its own breed.
Yeah.
It's not a mutt no more. It's
Right,
not
no, not at all.
It's not a, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's mixed with this, and that. Or how did you get the American Bully? When people ask that, it's like, what another American Bully?
Yeah.
That's how you get the American Bully.
Yeah,
It was like,
what-
but
you told me
what
before,
do
wasn't it
you
like
use to mix it to get that? Like, bro,
After like what is it?
like if I
after
want
5 to 7 breedings, they become
10 generations,
10?
you get 10 different generations.
But it has to be a consistency of.
Yeah, that's how I start my own bloodline.
Yeah.
You feel me? Is when you get 10 generations of your dogs of your blood, all FBK, LBJ, FBK Sauce, FBK Hustle,
Yeah.
FBK. You know what I'm saying? Every one of my dogs have to be FBK. Like now I have Jordan Legacy's Cali. I have even Donatella is damn.
Donatella is.
Damn, I forget. They're gonna kill me for that too. But I forget who Donatella is.
Rich Line.
Nah.
Nah. Royce Line. I mean.
Royce line. Yeah, Rich line is where we get the rims from.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Royce Line.
Yeah, Royce line bullies. Royce line bullies. That's who Don is from. And Kiki, she's an Ochoa Bulls.
Ochoa, yeah.
Ochoa Bulls, yeah.
Somebody else is Ochoa too, isn't it?
No, just Kiki. Kiki, she the only Ochoa Bulls I got.
Oh, okay.
The ones that I bred was Mr. Biggs, LBJ, Kiki, Fendi. I mean not Kiki, but Fendi, Griddle, and then you know the pups and Sauce. Did I say Sauce?
Yeah.
So Cali, Donatella, and Kiki is the only ones I didn't breed. They're the only ones I didn't breed. All the other ones I did breed. So in order to keep that bloodline, you need 10 generations of. I need 10 generations of all FBK dogs.
Okay.
10 different.
What are you talking about,
Then I
like
can
as
start
far as being able to trace it back 10
Yeah.
years,
Then I
10
can be like-
generations, or 10?
No, I can be like, yeah, it'll trace back 10 generations. That's why you want to have, because
That's what that bully
the pedigree.
pad, and
I believe it goes back just one pedigree paper. It goes back 10 generations. If all them generations is all FBK, that's pretty much my bloodline. No matter what dog you smack with what dog, you feel me? You breed with what dog, it's still gonna be FBK
So
bloodline.
does it matter about?
This is my-
Does it matter about Madam or Stud?
As long as they
Dame or
FBK.
Stud? It doesn't matter, Dame or Stud.
As long as they all
It's
FBK.
still the bloodline.
Mhm.
Okay. What was I gonna say? What do you think about how what's your thoughts about bully ped? Or you bully ped? Or do you go by that? Does that
Yeah, that bully ped,
or do you just go by your ABK? Well, I'm talking
What's
about
on
when
your
you
bully
dealing
pad?
with.
What's on your bully pad should be on your ABKC paperwork.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as far as you know, when you go to validate or how certified or whatever the dog is when you go to look
Like
at
as far as a champion and shit like that.
Yeah, well, breeding too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. So you got the ABKC. ABKC is basically the it's basically just a registry company.
registry.
You know what I'm saying? Just to keep track of, you know what I'm saying,
What the dog
what dog bred to what dog. It even keep track of how many puppies you had. Like Donatella had 20 some odd puppies. Dax himself had over 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Offsprings.
Awesome.
You understand what I'm saying? So LBJ, I forget how many puppies it said he had. You know, but that's all. That's what that ABKC registry is for. And when you go to the Bullypedia, even on the ABKC registry, it'll tell you grand champion and all that. You have to register your dog, and like when you put the name on there. When you get your registry paper, you know, as a pup. You know what I'm saying? On the back of it, you got the name and all that extra shit on there. So as your dog get older, you'll have this paper that's from ABKC. It's be like a folder. It won't be just a registration application no more. It'll be a whole folder.
Okay.
Now, while you working your dog and getting it champed out and grand champion, on the paperwork, it's not going to say that. So you got to go to ABKC and be like, look, I got certificates that my dog is grand champion and champion now. So they're gonna be like, okay, we want to put grand champion, we want to put that what is it, GRCH on there or CH on there. You know what I'm saying? They're just basically saying either grand champion or champion, and then they just give you another folder with the same pedigree, but the name is say grand champion and champion. With the pedigree, with that peg, is just a visual now. Now you can see what every dog on this ABKC registry paper. Right. You can see it on this pedigree. Now you can see what that dog look like. I can see what Dax look like. I can see what Lucky Luciano look like. I can see what all these other dogs look like and kind of determine what my puppies are going to turn out looking like. You know what I mean?
And that's you can trace it back. And you can trace it back, right?
You can go back. Yeah, you can take the pedigree back 10 generations. I believe it's 10 generations.
So
or
would
more.
you advise you know, any users to to
if you breeding or anything like that, yeah, make sure you get a Bullypedia. That's why I use Bullypedex.
Okay, because I know there's a few.
Yeah, you got Bullypedia and then you got Bullypedex. One of them stopped doing it, but Bullypedex is the one I usually use. That one got all the dogs on there. Sometimes you'll go there and then you won't see
your dog. It'll just have.
You gotta add your dog to
it. Yeah.
You gotta add your dog to it with the picture and the information.
And they charge you too, right?
Nah, you have to buy the subscription. You buy the subscription and then you're gonna add your dogs on there. If you add anyone else's dogs, say like I want to look up a Bullypedia for LBJ. You know what I'm saying? I see LBJ and then I see Kiki, and then I see Luca Brasi, which is LBJ's dad.
Right.
You feel me? And then I'm going over here to this ped, Luca Brasi's ped, and I don't see his dad, but I see his mom. If I know who his dad is because I have the ABKC paperwork and I find that picture, I can go add that picture in so my Bullypedia, my Bullypedia is full with all pictures.
Yeah, and I think that's important too.
It's important basically for when you selling your dogs, or you breeding, or you want to say, I want to breed with your dog. This is the Bullypedia.
Yeah, you know this is their dad, this is their mom, this is their granddad.
This will definitely match up with your Bullypedex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's run these two together. 9 times out of 10, the bully game's so watered down now, people just be like, oh, your dog look good, my dog look good. Yeah. Let's smack them.
Right.
Like, that's why you get high rears. That's why you get, you know what I'm saying, dogs coming out easty, westy, or, you know what I'm saying, just crazy dogs. And it's like, dog, you wasn't supposed to mix them two dogs together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to do your research. You get a lot of people who just be like, you know, oh, I got a dog, you got a dog. Then dogs ain't even paper.
Yeah.
Or dogs not even a real fucking bully. You know, it's one of them pit bulls that look like a bully, or
they don't even know the lineage. They don't know the lineage.
And then they just smack them together. That's why the game is so watered down. Then they take them and be like, well, I got dogs for 300. I got dogs for 500.
Man.
And it's like, bro, well, I'm selling mine for 3K and you selling yours for 300. People are not going to buy from me, and they're going to feel scammed when they buy yours and then grow up and they be like, Why my dog don't look like man, that? I get so many messages.
Why my dog don't look like that?
I get so many messages, man, like, man, how can I get my dog to look like yours? Or why my dog don't look like that? It's like, because you didn't buy a dog for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why. It's the bloodline. It's genetics. You went over there and you got a dog that was for cheap, not knowing what that dog was bred to, what the parents look like, what the grandparents look like.
That's why
that's why your dog looking like a pit and it's real skinny. You don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, or they didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying,
breed properly.
You know what I'm saying? So they just smacked anything together, and now you just got anything for your $400 and $500. Even people, some people do that, and they be wanting a van.
Selling them for $400 or $500.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then they be like, man,
that's watering.
And then they come with like, you know, like some old rinky-dink paperwork, or like some National Purebred Registry or something like. That's not a bully registry. You know what I'm saying? You want to buy your dog with a bully registry. UKC, ABKC, ABC. They got ABC, ADC. They got. Man, they got other ones. They got one just for Merles now, a registry just for Merles.
That's what I was
because a lot of people was shunning out the Merles, and like on ABKC, you have to register them as blotched. You can't register them as Merles. You know what I'm saying? You register them as blotched. Blotched basically is the Merle color. You know what I'm saying? In the ABKC.
So any of your dogs, I didn't mean to cut you off. So are any of your dogs under any other registry besides the American Bully Kennel Club, or is it? You UKC as well?
I have UKC, yeah. Okay. And I do want to get, like my Merles, I want to get them in the Merle registry. I do want to get my micros in, they got a BRC, some bully registry club.
Okay, so they have some.
Yeah, they got other different ones, yeah.
Okay.
People coming out with their own registry clubs now. Yeah. ABKC was just a group of people put together and was like, yo, I want to make sure that we keep the lineage on these dogs, you know. That's why ABKC came out, UKC came out, and all the BRCs, and you know what I'm saying, National Purebred Registry, all them registries just came out. It was just people just like, yo, we're gonna start something so people will use us, and then they charge a subscription fee, and then they hand them out to you.
Yeah, but it's a great idea because
it definitely is a great idea because you want to keep the lineage of your dog. You want to know where your dog's come from. You want to know why your dog's temperament is not the temperament of a bully. And you go to the pedigree and see why your dog don't have the temperament of a bully. A bully is pretty much laid back. They pretty much going to be a couch potato. You know what I'm saying? Loving dog, lay their head on you while you're watching a movie type dog. You know what I'm saying? Your dog running around, jumping on everything, eating up everything. Go back to your pedigree and see where in the line is a aggressive ass pit bull. Where in the line is a aggressive ass bulldog or some shit like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's some people wasn't supposed to breed to what they bred to, or they didn't take. You know, you can, like, you get people who breed the dogs. Man, they won't even care for the puppy. They leave the puppies in there until the puppies get sold. So the puppies are not socialized. The puppies are not taking anything from the older dogs. So they coming out training themselves, and then what they train themselves as they've been wild.
Aggression.
They're gonna be aggressive because they trying to establish dominance within the pack. You know what I'm saying? Then they trying to fight for food. Then they not really seeing people. So when they see people, they're gonna be.
They're very.
It's not socialized. You feel me? If they're not seeing people, you can't socialize them. So they're gonna attack people. They're gonna be looking like, hold on, who are you? You look foreign, like an alien. I'm about to try to kill you. You know what I'm saying? We never seen you before. So you get run to people who's like that. You know. So you just gotta kind of do research on who the breeder is, who you getting your dog from. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the same thing. Who the breeder is, who you getting your dog from. But you know what I meant to say, the registry. Yeah, you want to make sure who's on that registry. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't mean to cut you off. What about how? So I wanted to do two things. Say two things. One is about the people who like. What do you say about using two different registries?
That's good. Dual registry. Hey, dual registry is good. Dual registry is damn good. That way you not only have one registry to confirm that your dog is an American Bully with a fire pit, but you have two registries saying that your dog is an American Bully with a fire pit. So can't nobody come to you and be like, your dog ain't an American Bully. Like, bro, you crazy. It's like two different registries are verifying that my dog is, you know what I'm saying? And then they have I don't want to say a room where you test the blood and you get the blood back to kind of say, you know, what's in your pet, or you know how humans do it. They be like, I want to see if I'm full black. I want to see if I'm full white or full Mexican, and they come back and it's like you got about 12% Caucasian in you, but you black as shit. You know what I'm saying? You got 12% Caucasian in you, 3% Hispanic in you. You know what I'm saying? And then others,
18% Native American.
you know what I'm saying? And then the rest is you African American.
Right.
It's like what the hell? So they got the same thing for dogs. You know what I'm saying? So you can you can take the blood from your dog. You know what I mean? And get it.
Genealogy, is that what that's called?
That's what I was thinking about. Genealogy is where you can take the blood, send it off, and it comes back, and it'll tell you if your dog is a full-blood American Bully, or if it has Staffordshire Terrier still in the blood, if it has a Bulldog in the blood still, if it has a German Shepherd in the blood, whatever's in there. You know what I'm saying? That's where you want to keep breeding to where that genealogy saying American Bully, American Bully. American Bully. Nothing else in there but American Bully.
85% above.
99.99% American Bully. I don't know how it works, but I'm saying like that dog needs to be 99.99% American Bully. That way, you know your dog is like you breed your dog, like you ain't gonna get the temperament of nothing else because you got nothing but American Bully.
And then also none of the other diseases or any of the characteristics. I mean, what do you call that? Like defects of other dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's gonna come. That's why you gotta trace that ped back. Ped. Hey, yo, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hey, I'm on my way to TikTok live, man. Go on and tap in. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe on the way out. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments, man. I'll be sure to answer them, man, or make another video on it, man. Stay tuned.